What was the grade on that paper? An A. Now, if you received a 50, what was the grade on that paper?
Yeah.
Now, you know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's the highest score that you can get on the ACT? 36. Now, what is half of 36? 18. Good, good. What's half of 100? What's the grade for half of 100? Now, if you scored an 18 on the ACT, you've scored really a 50. What should your grade be? And yet in the state of Tennessee, they want to tell y'all they're going to give y'all some money for getting a 19. They have a party when you score 22. This child here told me when she had taken the test, I think, what did you score when you first started taking the test as an older person? What did you finally score?
Finally, I got a 26.
And when she came and told me she had a 26, I said, so? Why would you tell me some nonsense about that? I don't care nothing about a 26. Why are you telling me that? What was I expecting? What is that? 36. That's what I expect. So if you tell me, oh, Mr. Black, I scored a 34, am I supposed to celebrate? We supposed to have a party? Or we supposed to go out and get a Coke 45 or something? You scored a 28, 29. I think Jordan was about 6 when he started with me. He took the test, or after he had taken the test and they scored him, the first test that he had taken, that he wound up taking, he scored a 29. He never studied for the test. He scored a 29, and he wanted to have a celebration. I put him out of my house. Why did I put him out? What am I expecting? That's what I expect from you. Now listen, you're starting late in the game. All of these youngsters that I'm telling you about, they started with me when they were 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. And then I had them take the test twice a year, every year, from the time most of them were in the 5th grade, 4th and 5th grades. They were going to take it. So by the time they made it to become seniors and whatever, then they're scoring 29s and 30s and 34s and 35s. You follow me? See, all I want is I want you to reach for as far as you can get out there. Now that means you're going to get somewhere. You may not get to perfection, but you're going to get farther than anybody else. And that's all that's important to me, is that you really do your best and you figure this stuff out. All right, someone who's got that voice that's going to be on the radio with us? We're going to do the radio. Greg, we looked somewhere, so it must be over here. All right, read.
Every day.
No. Read. Matter of fact, stand up and read. Read loud enough for everyone in this room to hear you.
Every day someone is...
No. Louder.
Every day someone is saying, I forget.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Every day.
I can't hear you. I'm waiting. Loudly.
I'm saying this like
Louder. I need to hear you.
Every day someone is saying, I forget. They probably mean to say, I forget.
They probably mean to say what?
I forget.
That's right.
There was an old, how you pronounce it right there?
No. Listen, watch. Anytime you are speaking, anytime that sound is being made, what you are hearing, are you paying attention to me? What you are hearing are the vowels. That's all you're hearing. You're not hearing anything else. Spell B. Yeah. Spell B.
B.
Spell B.
I don't know.
Okay, good. Spell B. B. Spell it. Oh,
B-E?
Lord have mercy. Now, if you say B-E, it depends on how you're pronouncing the vowel. Okay, I want you to tell me if I'm saying this correctly. Did you have eggs this morning? Did you have eggs this morning? Do you eat eggs? You eat eggs.
Egg, bro.
What?
Egg.
Oh, I wasn't saying it correctly then. You said eggs, so then how did you pronounce the E? Egg. Good, 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 good. So you tell me all the vowels. Wait a minute. You said A-E, but he just told me the vowel, and he said egg. Because that's how you are saying egg, right? What did you say? The vowels are what? A-E-I-O-I. What did you say? I. So now what I need you from now on is to say I, right? And you said A-E-I-O-U. Now. Okay. Your name, you say your name is what now? Marcus. Marcus, is your name Snuffy? Okay, good. Then I do not want you to sound like Snuffy, okay? And if you're not going to sound like Snuffy, it means you're going to learn the vowels correctly, okay? All right, so now we're all going to learn to pronounce the vowels correctly. And remember, whenever you're reading or hearing sound, what you're actually hearing are the vowels, okay? So right there's the word A-X. Pronounce A-X for me. Good. Now there's a vowel right there. And even though they taught you in school that vowel next to vowel is silent, maybe they taught you something that was not correct. Maybe they didn't know it was not correct. Now you have to correct everything that you've ever learned that was not correct. What is a vowel? First, before we go any further. Kelsey, what is a vowel? You getting ready to graduate from high school. What is a vowel? Is not a vowel. What is a vowel? What is a vowel? What? What? That'll work. That will work. That helps us to understand about a vowel. All right? But now I need to know, let me set up the semantics a little differently. What does a vowel do? What does a vowel do? What does a vowel do? No, I don't know, right? All right, so now we're going to figure it out. So you have a dictionary? Where? You sharing? No. We don't have more dictionaries?
Yeah. We'll bring some more.
We'll get some more dictionaries, don't worry about it. But that means you got to get side by side with someone. You can't look across the table when you use a dictionary with someone. Get side by side. All right, let's see. You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to run a program, we're going to have to run a dictionary program along with the program so that we can pull the dictionary program up quickly.
It's a website called Dictionary.
That one on the website, right?
Yeah, software. So just upload.
Right. All right. Now, somebody said X. See the vowel next to the X? All right. How do you pronounce that vowel? You said I, right? Okay. But now, that's like you're talking like Snuffy. Now I need you now to understand there's a correct way to say the vowel. Now somebody might get mad at me because I'm saying that is not correct. Now I want you to think about that. Why does the brain actually want to get angry because I'm suggesting that's not correct? Think about that. Now further.
Yes.
What's the correct way to say
Eh.
Is it Or how about this?
E.
Oh, say it again.
E.
Now, that one here, she said E. I think a minute ago you told me A. So if we started the letter A as a vowel and spoken correctly, it is A. A, E, O, U. Come on, all together. A, E, O, U. Let's do it again. A, E, O, U. Now, how do I know that that's correct? And the way you talk like snuffling, you know, Cottonfield-ese, how do I know that's not correct? How many of you, because you all just graduated, right? So we took French. You paying attention?
We got Spanish here.
Oh, so y'all had Spanish.
I mean, I'm not saying we know it.
Okay, no, wait a
I know how to do it.
They got us graduating from these schools. And they're telling us that we're learning French and Spanish and all of that. And yet, when she says the vowels in Spanish, let me hear them again.
A, E, O, U.
When you say the vowels in French, let me hear them. What does she say in Spanish? Let's do it again.
A, E, O, U.
All together again. Again. Good. Now, whether it is Espanol, whether it is Francais, whether it is Swahili, Italiano, Portuguese, doesn't matter what the language is. Japanese, kakekikoku, whatever the language is, the vowel sounds are going to be one way and one way only until you get to snuffy-ease. And then all of a sudden they're going to tell you something about, well, see, the vowel sound for the letter A is A and A and A, and this gets to be real confusing. I'm trying to help you learn how not to allow it to be confusing. Before it's over with, this is the memory disc, but we're going to pull up the reading disc again. Every morning, Salama, when you come in here, she's going to work with you with the sound chart. Kylie, hold up the reading book. Hold the reading book. How are you coming around me and you don't have your reading book, or you don't have a dictionary? You gotta always have a dictionary, your reading book. That's only one part of this. I want you to have your everything. Everything you always need. It's like you going to work in the operating room and you gotta have all your little cutters. You know, the stuff you're gonna cut with. I want you to have everything, all your tools. Do not go anywhere without your tools. If somebody taking you to church, do they take you to church? I'm asking you a question. Do they take you to church? From now on, when you go to church, you should have your what with you? Your Bible. Ah. See that dictionary? A dictionary? I want you to have a dictionary with you. What does the word Bible mean? Who said it? I heard someone always say it. Say it louder, guys.
Book.
Louder.
Book.
Now, isn't that something? She knows what the word Bible means, you don't. But what I'm interested in you having with you at all times is your dictionary. Because by the time you get through, you're going to have the equivalent of a doctorate in English. That's by the time we get through with this 6 weeks, by the time she lets you, cut you loose and tells me you're all right, you're going to have what is equivalent to a doctorate in the English language. Some of you have Webster's Dictionary in front of you, right? Right? What was his first name? Webster. What was his first name? What was his first name? Ain't that something? You mean to tell me they've been having us go to school all these years and we don't even know Webster's first name? I want y'all to pay careful attention to the questions I'm asking you. How is this possible? Huh? Miriam. Miriam is a great-granddaughter of Mr. Webster. I need his first name. No, that's his last name. Now, when you're looking up in a dictionary a person, sometimes you won't find the person being listed in the dictionary. So in some dictionaries, you might have to go to a section, and it makes, what's that said there? Geographical names, okay? Now look further, and you'll find biographical. Is that geographical or biographical? Keep going. Biographical? So you find biographical names in that section. Geographical names under geographical, okay? Now you're going to learn how to use this dictionary. In the back of this dictionary, you should have a page that should give you signs and symbols. Look for your signs and symbols page. Look, go through there and find signs and symbols. Tomorrow, just go ahead and see if you can't find it for me. All right, wait, we were doing. Did everyone here understand what I was showing you about this letter right here? This vowel after this X. Because you said that that was X. But we were dealing with that vowel. And if the vowel is pronounced in what we call Latin, the Latin sound, how's the sound? Like in French or Spanish, how's the sound? This letter right here. I'll give you an example. You're going to have reading books. Kylie had a reading book. We're all going to have reading books in the next couple of days. All right? In there it gives you some examples. What's your name again?
Corderis.
Corderis. I really should never forget that one. Corderis, what does that mean? Ain't just something. You mean our parents were giving us names without meanings? We better figure that out. But how about this? I'm going to help you figure your name out, okay? All right. Now remember, the vowels in Spanish, Espanol, are what? A, E, O, U. The vowels in French, what? A, E, O, U. Italian, Italiano. Swahili. Not E, E,